Hello and welcome to Caring for Me, Caring for You, a thought and a prayer for the week. Yes, we're in the holidays, and I hope that yours was a very joyous and blessed Thanksgiving. Ours was indeed, and we're deeply grateful for that. It's the holiday season. Today, within the Christian church, begins the new year. It's the first Sunday in Advent. Many of you will be lighting or have lit the first candle in the Advent wreath, a candle of hope. Hope is an important part of the holidays. And when I use the word holidays, I do it because there are over 68 major holidays all over the world during December. So saying happy holidays is not totally inappropriate by any means. For us here in America, certainly for us here in New York, we're in Christmas. The secular form of Christmas is everywhere. This week we'll have the lighting of the tree in Rockefeller Center. Santa Claus came down the street for the Macy's parade. That was a very important part of the secular Christmas season beginning. And then comes Hanukkah, and then December 24th and 25th, the religious birth of Jesus. And then comes Kwanzaa. So those are just a few, and then comes the new year. So we have a lot of holidays coming. They're times of reflection, they're times of great stress, and they're a time of great joy. I want to suggest something that I often do when we're in a holiday period that has a religious connotation to it. Now, during December, there will be other faith traditions not as well known here in America, but certainly the Christian and the Jewish faiths are celebrated with Hanukkah and with Christmas. And during those times, people are praying, people are reflecting, and there is a huge spiritual energy in the world. There's a time of people being uplifted, their vibrations moving forward, going from those low vibrations of fear and shame and hate and anger into peace and love and joy, some of the highest vibrations possible. What do I say? Jump onto it. I'm not asking you to take any specific theological stance. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the spirituality, the essence of you and the essence of these holiday seasons. And let's not forget, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And 2024 has been one crazy human experience. But that's not ultimately who we are. We're spiritual beings having come from and returning to. We can put all the names we want and all the theology to that in any way that you like, that's comfortable to you. But that is who we are. And there is a source, the universe, the spirit, God, Allah, whatever word works for you, that is here with you and helping you to complete the purpose for which you came to this earth, for this human experience. And I cannot encourage you enough to take advantage of the holiday times and the enormous spiritual energy of all levels that is surrounding the earth. Grab onto it. Have a willingness to say, I'm not just sure what this is all about. I'm willing. I'm willing. And you will be amazed at the results that will come for you. May it be the beginning of a new journey. Many people talk about the age of Aquarius. I'm not going into that today, but have a read about it. It's a powerful time. And we can all use that sort of a period to reflect, to refresh, to regroup, and to move forward. That's always the gift of beginning something new. Fortunately, I often say to caregivers, you can start your day over at any time if it's really, really difficult. If you're having a terrible time, just stop, take a couple of breaths. I begin anew at this minute, because this is the only minute we have. That's the past, and we're not sure of the future. But at this moment, you and we're fine. And we can begin again. And we can let that power greater than us walk with us and strengthen us. So that's the first thought. Take advantage of the spiritual energy that is ours in December. Secondly, and it's a topic that I've been talking about a great deal of my consultation, my work as a therapist and a counselor. Many people will experience these holidays, whichever ones they're celebrating, for the first time without someone dear to them present on this earth. People who are grieving. And grieving takes time. There's no right or wrong way. We grow through. And that, to me, is the most important word. I can't do it for you, and you couldn't do it for me. But I can be present for you, as many of you have been present for me in the past years. There is something that I like to share. It comes really, I found it out myself, first with our son, and then with Joe, and then my dad and my mother and the grandparents. With each of them, I did realize that my grief for them in a given year after their deaths, each individually, I only had to go through it one time. Now, what do I mean by that? Yes, they are dead, and they're not returning. But experiencing the grief, experiencing the death, is something we really must go through, and I pray grow through, during the first year, the first Christmas, the first New Year, the first Thanksgiving, the first birthday, the first anniversary. Now, I'm not pie in the sky saying that once the first year is over, everything is wonderful and you never have any grief again. Not at all. Grief remains. It doesn't go away. And frankly, I'm grateful for that, because I loved them too much for it to go away or for them to be gone. They're very much alive in my heart, in my life, and in things that were precious to them that bring me a great deal of joy. So what does happen after the first year? The first, we realize that, yes, we made it. We cried. We carried on. But we carried on as we grew. Now, this does not mean that it goes away, but what does grief do? It changes. In many cases, they become even more precious to us. As we surrender to what has happened in an earthly sense. But remember, we're spiritual beings, and so are they. This body, it's not needed anymore. It's been used, and I hope used well. But the spirit has gone on. The spirit is timeless. And we begin to realize that on this side of the veil, as it were, and they on the other side, or on this side of the river, and they have crossed over to the other. And in our hearts, they remain. And that relationship, like every other relationship in our lives, grows. It has new meanings, it has new depth. And it's not negative. Nor is it inappropriate to build that relationship. It was precious in this life and will be always. So I urge you, be gentle with those, particularly who are in the first year. Share with them gently either the copy of this broadcast or in your own words from your experience. Grief doesn't go away, but it changes. And in the changing, we grow and they become even more precious. So it's a difficult time, yes, but a time not just to go through it and tough it out, but to grow through it. And say to that spirit within us, say it to the divine, walk with me, give me strength. The best news I have for you is you are not alone. I'd share that very much from a heart that has grown enormously in many of these situations. So I urge you, during these holidays, let's remember these two pieces as family caregivers. And now, this morning, from our book, Peace Be Still, Prayers and Affirmations, written by Reverend Marian Gambardella and myself, I'm going to share a prayer that I don't believe I've used before. But it's a prayer that I do love. When I say used before, I mean in a broadcast. I have used it personally. It's entitled Appreciation. So now just sit back, feet on the floor. Let's take a deep breath. Yes, you remember that talk? Yahweh. And we connect with the divine, with that spark of the divine within each and every one of us that unites us. O all-powerful, almighty, all-knowing, and all-loving God, as I understand you today, I come to you with gratitude and joy. Thank you for this day and for my care recipient. Thank you for the strength to serve and to care. I pray this day for all of us involved in family caregiving. At times it's overwhelming, frightening, but that is only when I forget you, O Lord. When I pause, breathe deeply, and center myself in your everlasting love, I am at peace, knowing that you can and will solve every difficulty, circumstance, and issue, and will walk with me through it all. Walk with me and all family caregivers this day and every day. Help me to feel your divine presence always with me and within me, mind, body, and spirit. Bless all professional caregivers, the doctors, nurses, aides, the mental health care workers, and all who work in health care. Bless their hands, eyes, hearts, and minds in each and every task through which they are called to serve. Help me to help them have the clarity and understanding of my care recipient and my role as a family caregiver. Let us serve in unity and harmony those whom you have given us to serve of love and care. and we give you thanks and praise. And it is so. Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you for being with me today. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful December. Bless you, bless your caregiver, and it doesn't take November to say thank you. Thank you, family caregivers. You are the backbone of the world's healthcare systems. You and professional caregivers, always, always blessings. And now, as we say, onward in love and caregiving, namaste. God bless. Amen. And I'll see you real soon. Thank you so, so much.